Hi guys, second video. I'm feeling more confident. I'm not as scared and shitting myself as I was in the last one. Okay, so I've thought long and hard about today's topic. I've had lots of amazing suggestions chucked at me, but I've felt this one, it really fucking needs talking about, to be fair. Transport, buses, public, shopping, everything. So if you're pregnant or if you're a mum with a pushchair and you get on a bus, you experience bad things, guys. Really bad things. And it flips a switch in you and it turns you fucking psycho. Okay? So, in my perspective, you have two types of old people or elderly people. You have got the people that are genuinely poorly, or they look like life has royally fucked them, and they deserve a bus pass. They deserve whatever seat they want. Fine. But then you've got the other wankers that literally have just passed the fucking age to have a bus pass and to be classified as an old cunt. So when they see a bus coming, you sat there and you see this random twat running down the road full of energy, full of life, and you even let him in front of you because you think, oh, it's fine, I've got a pushchair, I don't need to sit down. After that lap of fucking health, it gets on the bus, and for some unknown reason, it goes from health to disabled within the space of 2 seconds, and they're limping up the bus aisle, and then they sit in the fucking pram space. So when you put your pram on that cunting bus, you lock eye contact with the victim. They can see you coming and they ignorantly still sit there, fucking sweaty crack on that seat, and you're like, can you move? I need to get my pushchair on. Sorry, this is reserved for disabled. You're not fucking disabled. Fucking move. You will be disabled in a minute if you don't fucking move. And they literally argue with you. And in the end, if you're not chucked off the bus, they do move. So you're on your little journey, going home, whatever. And then you're met with another version of old people. Now, I'm not quite sure what is wrong with them. But it doesn't matter if you're 18 or 31. Some twat will sit behind you and say, kids having kids, isn't it? Oh, the once someone turned around to the person that was sat next to them, just behind me, and said didn't want an education, did she? Bearing in mind, I'm trying for 2 years to be a mechanic. I'm very trained in healthcare, and it really fucked me off. And I was like, what do you mean? And I looked, and I was expecting to see quite like a middle-aged woman. She looked fucking historic. I thought I'd gone back in time. And it's like, they are so thick, because when they were at high school, for example, I think they were writing on chalkboards. Like, they didn't have the technology or the education systems available to them that we had. So I do not understand how they can talk about education when they fucking grew up with the cavemen. Like, fuck off, you uneducated bastard. And it's like the ones that look kind of healthy that say those kind of comments and they look kind of youngish. You sit there and you think, well, if I'm so uneducated, why are you on the same bus as me? Why aren't you driving? Obviously, you're very intelligent. You should be driving. It just pisses me off. I'm not saying that if you don't drive, you're uneducated. I'm saying if you were judging somebody by their education, yet you're pretty much on the exact same transport, it's just not. You just make yourself look like a dickhead. And it really pisses me off. It fucks me off. But I had this friend, still have her as a friend, and the bus driver was being a dickhead to her, not fully. And there was people sat in the pushchair spaces refusing to move. So fair play to her. She literally stood in the middle of the bus aisle, and I was so proud of her. She had no fucks to give that day. I can tell you that now, but I was really proud of her. So transport is an issue, and it isn't an issue before. And you love old people before you become a mum and pregnant, but then once you become a mum, you just fucking hate old people. Because they're either dicks to you, lawyers, or fucking brilliant actors. Pisses me off. Now, I'm only going to touch upon this briefly because I've got some writing to do. And it's not getting late, but it's kind of getting late. There seems to be these arguments about C-section and vaginal births. You are both giving birth. It comes out of a hole or a line, whatever you want to call it. It's technically a hole, so yeah. You're both giving life, you're both taking risks. You're both going to have recovery. It's going to be fucking tremendously painful for both of you. And you're going to feel like a bus has just fucking hit you up the fanny or in the belly. So either way, you're going to be in pain. So turning around to people and saying, oh, well, I gave birth naturally. Like, no, you didn't. Like, what the fuck is natural about that? Have you seen a birth? Like, that does not look natural. It looks like torture. It's awful. Like, no, it doesn't look natural. And they're like, oh, I had it natural. Oh, what? So you had no assistance, you had no drugs, you had fuck all. No, you didn't have it natural then, did you? It just pisses me off. Like, I know a lot of C-section mums who have had really horrible shit said to them because I don't understand it personally. I don't understand the concept of the argument. But the only thing that does my head in a bit is obviously the caesarean mums are kind of making a stand and saying, do you know what, I'm still a mum, still gave birth, bang on, completely right. And they post these things on Facebook because they're just like loving themselves and loving their body through what they went through and sticking the middle finger up to judgmental people. But sometimes I have to admit it does irritate me a tiny bit when I see the posts about caesarean. It's like, I've done this and I've done this and I've done this and I've done this. And do you know what I'm on about? That massive essay I think about caesarean mums. And I sit there and I'm like, oh, why ain't there a funny one? Like, well, I've ripped my piss flaps. I was fucking destroyed. It hurt. Really fucking hurt. It stung to piss for 3 weeks. But I'm still a mum because where's R1? Can someone make me a funny appreciation birth? Please. So, to give a result of my pointless ramblings, most old people are dicks. Some old people are lovely. Stop arguing about whether the baby fucking come out your foof or your tummy. There's no point. I don't understand it. You never see them arguing about how they made it though, do you? Just saying. But, yeah. So, yeah, I don't like transport. And if you're going to argue about something, at least make it interesting and, intelligent. Not, I've gave birth naturally. It doesn't look natural. It doesn't. Whether you're caesarean, whether you're vajayjay, it's come out, it's hurt, it's destroyed you, it's probably hurt to piss, probably hurt to poo. You've had to recover. Again, it fucking hurt. And the baby came out. So, you're both in the same boat. There is no fucking one's better than the other. No. It's both forms of birth, and that is it. I mean, there's only 2 forms. It's not like it can come out your mouth. Do you know what I just don't understand. It's 50-50, really. I just don't understand this whole need for criticising how women give birth. And if you have been criticised, just fucking twat her. Like, there's just... And if you have criticised someone for having a cesarean, then karma's a bitch. That's all I'm saying. And, you know, you could have a cesarean and you'll probably be sat there in loads of pain thinking, oh my God, it fucking kills. Oh yeah. But I'm sorry for the short and changey rants tonight. I've got a lot of writing to do. So thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you later.